The truth is, Google's about to pull off something bold with the Pixel 10 series, but not in the way most people expected. For years, Pixel fans have begged for real pro-level hardware, and now that the Pixel 10 family is here, we're finally getting an in-house chip, the Tensor G5. That sounds like a huge deal, right? A custom-built processor designed from the ground up, produced by TSMC, no more Samsung designs holding it back. But here's the twist. Early leaks suggest this shiny new chip might not actually live up to the hype. And that's where things get interesting, because Google isn't just betting the Pixel 10's success on cameras or software this time. It's staking the entire Pro identity on a chip that may already be falling behind. Welcome back, viewers. Sam here. If you're enjoying these deep dives, make sure to hit like, share this video, and subscribe for more. So let's talk about the reality. The Tensor G5 isn't a disaster. It actually scores around 1.1 million points on Antutu. But here's the kicker. Samsung's Galaxy S25 Ultra with the Snapdragon 8 Elite scores over 2.1 million. That's not just a gap, it's a canyon. When you slap a Pro label and a $1,000 price tag on your phone, numbers like that matter. And the irony. The $799 Pixel 10, the $999 Pixel 10 Pro, the Frozen $199 Pixel 10 Pro XL, and even the Water One $799 Pixel 10 Pro Fold, they're all running the exact same Tensor G5. Doesn't sound very pro, does it? Think about how Apple plays the game. If you buy an iPhone 16 Pro, you're getting the A18 Pro chip, while the regular iPhone 16 gets the standard A18. That feels fair. You're paying more and you're rewarded with more. Google's strategy. Everyone gets the same chip whether you spend $800 or $1,800. It's like going on a group hike where the fastest hikers have to slow down for the weakest link. Great if you're climbing mountains, but terrible if you're spending top dollar for a phone that's supposed to be the best of the best. And that's where Pixel's biggest strength, AI and features, also becomes its biggest weakness. Don't get me wrong, Google's exclusive tricks like call screening, magic eraser, and live translation are game changers. AI is the beating heart of every Pixel. But when you're holding a Pro device, you don't just want smart, you want power. You want gaming that feels buttery smooth, multitasking that never stutters, and the confidence that your phone will still feel fast 3 years down the line. Right now, the Tensor G5 just isn't proving it can deliver that. But here's where Google plays the long game. Tomorrow's launch isn't just about phones. It's about accessories that could reshape the Pixel ecosystem. Enter the 67W dual port power adapter. Sounds impressive, right? Except here's the twist. The Pixel 10 series itself won't even use 67W charging. The Pro tops out at 390W. So why make a 67W brick? Because Google's future-proofing. Imagine charging your Pixel and your tablet, or even your laptop, at the same time from one adapter. That's where the real win is. And then there's the Pixel Snap Stand. Honestly, this could steal the whole show. At $72, it's cheaper than last year's stand, but way smarter thanks to Qi2 wireless charging. Think of it like MagSafe for Android, magnets snapping your Pixel perfectly into place, keeping it aligned, keeping it cool, and charging more efficiently. And the best part, it's an open standard. That means accessory makers everywhere are about to flood the market with Qi2 compatible gear. Cases, docks, car mounts, you name it. For the first time, magnetic wireless charging won't just be an Apple perk. Google's betting big here, and it could pay off. Now, as for the phones, here's the lineup we're about to see. The standard Pixel 10 comes with a 6.3-inch actual display, Tensor G5 12GB of RAM, and a triple camera system with up to 20x zoom. Solid. The Pixel 10 Pro and Pro XL crank things up, bigger super actual displays, 16GB of RAM, 100x zoom, 8K video, and a massive 42MP selfie camera. And then there's the boldest move yet, the Pixel 10 Pro Fold. An 8-inch main display, 6.4-inch cover, 16GB of RAM, a 5,000 mAh battery. Finally, a foldable Pixel that might not feel half-baked. So here's the paradox: the Pixel 10 series doesn't actually reinvent the wheel. The design is familiar. The chip, while new, isn't breaking records. But the accessories and the shift to Qi2 might just change how Pixel fits into your daily life. Maybe the Pro isn't truly pro in raw power, but in ecosystem. Google's betting that smart features, smarter accessories, and AI magic will outweigh brute force performance. Will it work? That's the big cliffhanger. Because here's the question: would you rather have a phone that beats benchmarks but feels the same as every other flagship, or a phone that rethinks how you actually use it day to day? Google's clearly chosen the second path. Now it's up to buyers to decide if that gamble is worth their cash.